When I walk into this building every morning, I feel a great sense of peace and pride and accomplishment. It was quite a journey to arrive at this point where we occupy this lovely building, and at least 150-200 children get benefited from these premises. The main work of young children is play. Play is their work. So the more they play, the more they get ready for life. In India, there are about 30 million people with disabilities. Out of that, maybe 0.1% receive professional services. The mismatch between the number of professionals available and the number of people requiring that support is absolutely absurd. The one promise that we made to parents when we started VXL was that we will ensure that their children reach their potential, and also don't sit around at home watching TV, but become contributing productive members of society. VXL never wanted to be a one school center ever. We wanted to be able to impact as many lives as possible, as many children, as many parents as possible. So we wanted to work in the tier 2 towns, but also if possible in the rural areas. The burning need for us was to have a building, because before that we were shunted from place to place. Then Sringeri Sharda Peetham offered us this space, and they said that we can build something for you. Our gratitude is eternal to them, because they took our specifications and constructed a building that would suit our specific needs. We have the Kaleidoscope Learning Center, our main special school, on the 2nd floor. We have remedial classes on the 1st floor. And it's all designed with a purpose and with a rationale. The remedial rooms have partitions so that we can accommodate more children in that space. In the school itself, every room has what we call a calm room, because it's at the back of the classroom. Because many children cannot be in groups for very long. They have hypersensitivity auditorily, so they prefer to move back and spend some time quietly. And there is a play therapy room, which is a very important aspect of our therapeutic work. The play therapy is a space where they can express their innermost emotions through play. And psychologists observe, teachers also sit and observe and note down the way they play, and that is interpreted. There is also a sensory integration room which has lights and which has tactile things, which of course is very important because there is sensory disintegration among children with special needs. There is a massage room. Children receive kidney compress, massages, foot massages and so on. So a lot of very specific therapeutic services are provided in this building. So just any building will not do. Just any building with variety of classrooms and a library will not do. They have nature walk, they have a lot of time to do sand play, and their sensory needs are addressed through the sensory motor park, sensory perceptual park. They have to walk on different kinds of surfaces. They have skating and so on. The early intervention unit is the core or the heart of our program. You have to catch them young. The sooner you catch children in their challenges and try to take remedial measures, the sooner and better their prognosis. So you work on their bodies, you do physical therapy, sensory integration therapy, occupational therapy, as well as remedial intervention. So when students receive early intervention, they get included. Almost 75% of the children go back into the regular stream, because there are those children who need further inputs. Even those children who go to the regular schools may continue to need occupational therapy, but at least they are pushed to the other side of the disability, and the delays and the disorders are reduced considerably. In Shastri Nagar, that is the Shreyas building, we have this story which is low-cost sanitary napkin machine making, which is like an assembly line. some students make that. There is a cooking program, and we even did a small restaurant and a cafe called Cafe Samarth. We have a lot of art and craft programs. We did tailoring programs. We have all the Diwali gifts. We have block printing, and we also have a bead work and very sophisticated work, recycling, and so on. And there was a period where we had a caterer send many kilos of vegetables, and children used to chop these vegetables according to the specifications and send it to the caterer, and they were paid for it. So there's a very thriving unit, the vocational center. There's a thriving unit where many activities are done and many skills are developed. Over the years, we've had the good fortune to associate with various people who are like-minded, who also wanted to work in this sector. One such partnership was with Mr. Sudhir Krishnamurthy, who gave us his beautiful premises right here in Mylapore, where we could start a youth employment, youth empowerment service. So here we take students who are the mild to moderate range of disability and train them in various vocations like printing and stationery related skills, bakery, office skills, laundry, gardening, and so on. These past 2 years, we've had every reason to be very satisfied. The very point, the very objective of starting special services and special schools was to make sure that we make a life for our children with special needs. And this has happened beautifully these past 2 years. And these are really good jobs. They are given good dignity, they are paid well, they are respected and supported. We have 10 centers now. The partnerships continued. Our satellite centers are in various models. Some satellite centers are VXL schools run by the parent organization. Some centers are associations with other partners. So there is a center in Tirunelveli, which is a VXL center, and there is one in Erode, which is again a VXL center. There are some amazing inspirational stories behind these satellite centers. The other center, which is in Srirangam, is in partnership with Kinchit Karam Trust. This center is called Abhyasa Kendra and caters only to adults with special needs. And we train them in vocations to ensure that they earn some money and we create a future for them. This is the one in Trichy. We also started a center in Pollachi in partnership with an existing school. The most recent satellite center was set up right in Chennai in a place called Ambattur, and it comes under the auspices of Anandam Homes, which is a senior citizen home. The two centers which are not in South India are in Maharashtra. One is in Nasik and the other in Sholapur. We are very proud of our Nasik center because it was the first one to be started outside of Tamil Nadu. When my colleague Jayanti Vishwanath left for Nasik, I was really very sad. But the sadness turned to joy when the Nasik center started and many children started getting benefited by those services. It started as a school and then so many other services also started supplementing the school. Now there is a thriving vocational center as well, and more than 100 children and many parents get empowered by the satellite center in Nasik. The Sholapur center started as a parent initiative with about 6 children. We collaborated and now we have a thriving center in Sholapur with over 60 children. It is still run by parents, but there's periodical inputs, periodical teacher training, as well as somebody who goes there regularly to do children's programs. The idea of starting an organization for special needs started with academic concepts in New Jersey, USA. We registered this non-profit in order to serve exceptional children who were gifted. My natural inclination was to start teacher training, which is what I did to start with. It consisted of multiple disabilities, and We have trained hundreds of teachers in inclusive education, as well as we've created a body of special educators. VXL trainees, people trained in VXL are in high demand. As soon as they finish the course, various schools, just pounce and pluck at them and they take them away. So much so that when we need a teacher, we have to struggle to look for a teacher. The one thing our society lacks completely is recreational facilities for persons with special needs. With this in view, we started a program called Tarang, in which we have a musical concert performed by big-time artists, famous artists. The speciality of Tarang is that it is for persons with special needs. So we adjust the sound, it's lower, and then children are allowed to move around if they want. They don't have to sit if they don't feel like sitting. Sometimes they even invite participation, and children without any inhibition will go on stage, sing with the artist. They don't have those barriers and they don't have the kind of inhibition that other children have. So overall, Tarang has been a very useful, effective, significant program, a unique one offered by VXL. Farming is one of the most therapeutic activities for special needs. In the quest to finding good vocations, SV Sharda Foundation, which is our partner for the past 12 years, started Shreyas Farms in order to provide a platform for young adults with special needs to go and do farming.
Now what are we going to do about it is where I would like to throw some light on this entire subject. I think government has to support these children basically. They don't have any schools especially for children with intellectually challenged children, and that is a must now. And I think most of the countries abroad, people with special needs, children with special needs are taken care of. Even the disabled children, disabled personalities, they have been provided with so much of facilities that they are like a normal human being. And that is how much they value life, that is how much they value the people. So I think we are lagging behind. Let us admit that we are not to that level and to that power of taking care of people with special needs of any kind. I think VXL is doing a yeoman service and trying to find out, teaching them skills and also placing them in places. They have done that excellently.
What we have seen is that when we work with passion, support also comes from various sectors and various avenues. So one of our first supporters and partners was the Rabji Tata Trust. Then we had support from Wipro Cares, we had support from Cognizant Foundation, Hexaware, and so many other companies. We do find that many able-bodied people have plenty of time, they have all the facilities, they have helpers at home, and their children have grown up and they are even going through empty nest syndrome. And we appeal to these people to become volunteers in NGOs like ours. There's a lot to do. We need people for awareness, for fundraising, to do digital work, do social media, to manage our websites. You don't really have to be in the classroom, or you don't have to be a teacher or teacher assistant. There's so many things to do within the NGO to make sure that the work is successful. So we do appeal for more and more volunteers to come and participate in our work. It is a very enriching experience and very fulfilling.
Thank you.